Good morning, students of class 9. Let's continue our lesson in geography. We are doing lesson 2, physical feature of India. India has got various type of landforms. That's called relief. We have already talked in our previous class. India's large landmass, it is formed during different geological periods. The landmass of India was not like this millions of years ago. The mountains, the plains, the plateau regions, coastal regions, island groups, all were formed during different geological periods. We will talk about in detail. Previously, before learning about the different landforms, how they are formed, we should know about the plates, the Earth's plates. India's landmass, now there are 8 points. Let's go to one by one. India's landmass is formed during different geological periods. This we have done in our previous class. Different periods. It is also helped by erosion, deposition, weathering, climates, temperature. So many factors are also there that helped to form this present landform. Number 2, let's talk about earth scientists. We call them geologists. Earth scientists, or we call them geologists, try to explain with the help of some theories. The geologists try to explain with the help of certain theories based on evidences. Evidence means proof. With the help of some proof. What was the proof? What was the theory like or about? One such theory is the plate tectonics. Now here this you have to understand, plate tectonics. Plate means under the soil, far down, deep inside the earth, there is a plate, a bedrock. You have learned in your previous class about the layers of the soil. Bedrock. That's a plate. It's a hardened rock. It's just like a plate. Very huge. Tectonics means movements. Plate movements theory. According to this plate tectonics theory, according to this theory, Earth has seven major plates. How this plate was formed, you can see that. Let me explain a little clearly. Suppose you have a glass over here. You put a glass on a table, okay? You just give it a big bang, it will crack. The glass will crack. If you just shake a little bit, the glasses will separate. Our earth has got a plate like this. First it was single plate. When the earth was in a molten state, it was liquid. And as the millions of years time passed or years passed, the outer portion become hard. And as it become cold, it shrinked and folding and faulting took place. But it was solid ball, hard. Due to the rotation of the earth, due to the gravitation of the sun and the moon, as well as the internal force of the earth, there is always a pressure and it cracked. Just like when I bang a glass, it cracks. But due to the rotation of the earth and the movement of the liquid magma inside the earth, that put a pressure on the surface outside, it cracked. This is a plate tectonic. Plate, that's a plate. 7 major plates and some minor plates are there. Earth has all joined up. some are separated and the volcanic eruption takes place from there, and again it becomes solidifies, blocks. Again it moves, then again the volcanic eruption takes place and again it blocks. Divergent movement. So we'll talk about that. Earth has 7 major plates and some minor plates. How these plates were formed, I have told you already. 7 major plates and some minor plates, how it is formed. At first it was single, I have told you. When the earth was in a molten state, it was liquid and hardened. Slowly it hardened, and later on, due to the rotational force of the earth, the internal magma put pressure on the outside, and due to the gravitational of the earth, sun and the moon, the plates, they cracked. In some areas it was weak and it cracked. 7 major plates and some minor plates. The movement of the plates they move, as I have told you, due to the rotation, due to the gravitational power of the earth, sun and the moon. So the movement of the plates results leading to folding. Now, what is meaning of folding? Suppose this is a plate. When the plate moves a little bit this side, here you can see the fold. A mountain is formed, a hill or a mountain. As it moves further, the hill becomes higher and higher and higher, it becomes a mountain. This is called folding. And when the two plates separate, then there will be a gap, a faulting. The surface goes down. That's called faulting. Folding and faulting. When the two plates separate, go in different direction, then the land, it sinks. Then it's called a faulting. Folding, faulting and volcanic eruption activities takes place. When the two plates move away from each other, then the liquid magma comes out. There will be a volcanic eruption or volcanic activity takes place. So this result in the formation of different lands, different type of features or land features. Now here, number 6, the movement of plates. When these huge plates, where many countries and continents lie on the plates, these movement of plates are of 3 types. Their movement are of 3 types. According to this plate tectonic theory, geologists try to explain us about different land features or land forms. So now the movement of these plates are of 3 types. 3 types of movement takes place. What are those? Convergent boundary. Convergent. Suppose if the two plates, they come together at each other, then converging. The plates are converging and the mountain is formed. Converging. When the plates come together, then it becomes like this. It becomes converging. So converging and diverging. These words you have seen in your maps. Converging rays, divergent rays. You have in your maps, you have heard this word, you have seen this word. Convergent boundary, they converge, they come in contact with each other. And divergent, they move away. Convergent boundary forms folding, or sometimes it folds and becomes mountain. Sometimes the pressure is so much, it goes inside, then their fault will take place. Divergent, they move away from each other, and then again the fault takes place, or sometimes the volcanic eruption takes place. Convergent, divergent boundary, and horizontal. Horizontal means this way. The plate will rub against each other. Horizontal, yeah, transform boundary. These 3 types of movement takes place inside the earth. The plates are always moving, not quickly, very slowly, few centimeters in a year. So if it moves suddenly, there will be a very big earthquakes. So the movement of these plates Now you have understood a little bit over here, I think. The movement of these plates underground have changed the position of and size of the continents. If you look at the map of the world, here is a small map, let me explain again. The edge of the South America and the Africa, you see there, it fits exactly, and the shape of the Europe and Africa, the western part of Europe and Africa, and the eastern part of North and South America, if you just join it, it fits exactly. You see that? And this also, this portion and this portion fits exactly. How come this is so exact, but it is quite far away? It took millions and millions and millions of years to separate them and reach this far. This movement of these plates have changed the position and size of the continents. The continents, their size and position have changed because the plates are moving slowly all the time. Later on we'll talk about, here this is a mid-Atlantic, there is a plate boundary. You go through your geography book, then you can see the plate boundary. Here in the central part of Atlantic Ocean there is a ridge. There is a ridge. These two plates are separating and the volcanic eruption takes place under the ocean and it blocks. So that means the plates are moving. In the gap, the volcanic lava, magma, sits and it will push the continents apart. So that is a movement. The movement of these plates have changed the position of the continents, their size, over millions of years. It doesn't happen quickly, within a year, 100 years, it will take millions of years. Even our Indo-Australian plate, India, Indian Ocean, Australia, they lie on a plate, big plate, that's called Indo-Australian plate. This plate is also moving, but we do not notice. A few centimeters in a year, and it pushes towards the north and it touches the Eurasian plate, and that's how the Himalayas are formed 65 million years ago. So that's why it is called, Himalayas are called young fold mountains. We'll talk about it in our next, when we talk about the land feature of Himalayas, we'll talk about all these things, the northern plains, everything we'll talk in detail. But right now I can't tell everything in one. So here first we'll talk about continents. Their position has changed, their size and position have changed over millions of years because of this movement, slow movement of these plates. And why they move, I've already told you, due to the internal rotational force of the magma, rotation of the earth, due to the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon, these plates keep on moving. That means the plates are floating on top of the magma. So naturally it moves. Number 8, these movements of plates, when the plate move, that's why we have volcanic eruptions, we have earthquakes, major earthquakes sometimes minor earthquakes. These movements of plates have influenced, affected the evolution means here formation of the present landforms of India. Because of these plate movements over millions and millions of years, the present landforms has been created or made. So evolution here, formation of the present landform of India, such as the Himalayas, how Himalayas are formed, how these northern plains where we live, where we grow food crops, where big cities lie, how this northern plain has been formed. Quite interesting. And we'll talk about the Western Ghat, and we'll talk about Deccan Trap. So many things are there to learn about our country, how the land has been formed, or present landforms, how it has come to in this present form. So how it formed, we'll talk about that in our next class. Some more are there. So that's all for today. You can copy this out, go through the lesson every day, make a habit. If you miss even one day, then there will be a loss. You will not understand other things because you know it. The lessons are quite vast. It's not like junior classes. It's higher classes. So naturally, you have very vast lessons. The lessons have got a detailed descriptions. You have to understand those certain things, certain terms. So you must not miss the classes. Go through it every day. It doesn't take much time. Once you understand the lesson, it becomes easy for you. So that's all for today, and you can copy this out. If you take the screenshot, you can read, copy when you are in the offline. So that's all for today, and we'll meet in the next class and discuss some more. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video.